So day one of Summerween is done. I was working all day and I wasn't able to get like too many clips of anything, but it was a long day. Flew from Philadelphia to Phoenix and then Phoenix to Dallas with like 2.5 hours sitting in Phoenix. So I was on duty about 12 hours today. So I'm pretty tired. There's so much weather going on, like huge snowstorms in Charlotte, which is where we're supposed to go tomorrow. So we will see how much the day turns into, what kind of like schedule I end up having. I'm supposed to go to Charlotte and then go to Nashville. So we'll see. They're, I think, all getting just absolutely pelted with snow right now. So you just never know in this industry what's going to happen. Like I said, I'm currently in Dallas and yeah, but today, I did get to do some reading on the plane, and I started reading this book called Youth Juice. Now, I don't really know even now too much about it. So it's about this woman who starts working at this company where everyone is like weirdly young looking, and it's a cosmetics company, and she's kind of weird too. And like that's kind of where I'm at. I think I just kind of heard the sort of like high level plot, which was like cosmetics company, weird stuff, people that are young, horror, and I was like sold. So I honestly don't like know where this is going exactly. I'm currently about 31% in, and so that makes me on page 86. It's not super long. I think it's only like maybe just like 280, something like that pages. So I still have a long way to go, but it's yeah. So far not too much has happened. So this woman, Sophia, has just started this new job at this company called the Hebe, and the like CEO founder is named Tree, and she's very like enigmatic, just very like quirky, but you like admire her. She's got, you know, perfect skin and like this blonde straight hair she wears in a bob, and she's just like, you know, you just admire her, I guess. And she, yeah, starts working for her, and she's like getting involved in like this kind of cult mentality there. And yeah, so I think so far I am enjoying it. The only thing I kind of have an issue with, and it's not even really like an issue, is the writing, because it's fine. The writing's fine, but it's kind of overwritten, and I don't know, it's kind of like bothering me just a little. Like some of the sentences are, I'm just like, girl, like you doing too much. So hold on, I'm gonna find some. Okay, so these are a few like quotes that I highlighted just for this exact purpose. My serene palm on the slatted bamboo, the door parting, eyes blinking in the buttery light. Like it sounds like Mad Libs to me. Like you just needed like, I need an adjective. Someone give me an adjective. You know what I mean? Like here's another one. Back down the small corridor and past the showers lined with heavy ecru curtains that rustle in a sourceless breeze to the bathroom. There's a girl with dark eyeliner and a messy ponytail waiting outside. I recognize a kinship with her slouched, insecure posture before I see that she's chewing on a hangnail. Angry zits on her chin, erupted pus drying around the reddened craters. Unshowered, she smells briny like the sea. So, you know, all that to say, there's giving a good description and painting a picture, and then there's like just doing too much. Like, okay, I understand. You've already sold me on it. Like, I understand what you're trying to say. And the words just seem like you had to hit a word count, you know? And so that's just like the only thing that I'm kind of not liking about it, but we'll see how it goes. Like I said, tomorrow I'm supposed to go to Charlotte and then to Nashville, so we'll see how that goes. I did also start reading on audiobook for that prompt, Something in the Walls. I think that's what it's called, by Daisy Pierce. And it's really good so far. So, yeah, this woman, she is studying to be a child psychologist, and she also lost her brother as like a while back, and so she's been going to this grief support group. So I'm like, hey yo, grief. And she meets this guy who has heard of this child in a few towns over that basically they think that she's can talk to ghosts. And so he kind of recruits our main character to go and like see what's going on. So far I'm liking that one a lot. It's a little like slower paced, but I think it's gonna be good. The cover is super creepy, and so it like gives me like really good like vibes on how much I'm gonna like it. I'll put a picture of the cover here. Like I said, I'm listening to the audiobook, and I also brought with me The Winter People. So we'll see if I have time to read that. I'm gonna finish this Youth Juice first and then kind of go from there. So I am gonna eat dinner and go to bed because I have a very early morning and I'm tired. So I am currently in Charlotte. Today kind of was just a mess. We went from Dallas to Charlotte and then we had like 5 hours on the ground. So they got us a hotel room. And soon we're going to deadhead to Nashville, which means that we're not working. We're just sitting as passengers to basically position us to work another flight. So then we stay and lay over in Nashville for 10 hours, which is the minimum that we are legally allowed to, and then have 4 flights to work tomorrow. So it's gonna be busy. I'm hoping to get some reading done. I unfortunately haven't really done much since last night. This morning we just had 1 flight, but there's some drama going on with my crew right now. So I was kind of being a listening ear during that flight, and so I was not able to really read it all. It was also super bumpy, and sometimes when it's super bumpy, I start to get a little nauseous reading. So there's that. So right now I have about an hour and a half until I need to be back downstairs for a shuttle back to the airport. I might do some reading now, but I am kind of like rebranding my YouTube and Instagram. Just kind of, I got really tired of the old like banner and intro and all that stuff. I already made an outro. You might have seen it, but you might have not. And so I am wanting to switch everything all together. So, you know, I got bored of the old one. I needed something new. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Watching some YouTube on the TV, and yeah, that's kind of the rest of my day. I probably won't check in tonight in Nashville because it is just going to be so short. I'm just going to want to like shower and go right to bed, but you never know. So I will probably check back in tomorrow when I get home from my trip and have a minute to breathe. Hello. So I am officially home from my trip. Today was such a long day. It is 5:35 right now. I've probably been home about 15 minutes. And my day started I woke up at 2:30 a.m. I was in Nashville, so 3:30 a.m. Philly time. That's still really early. And I had to work 4 flights today, so I am pretty wiped out. But the Eagles are on, so I have to watch the game. But I did just get home, and I did want to talk a little bit about the book. But first, I have some exciting mail I want to open. So a few months ago, probably, I guess like a year ago at this time, I was at the airport with my husband, and we were like visiting family or something. I was not working. And I had like my book of the month tote bag, and someone started talking to me about books. And then, of course, my husband like started chiming in with like, oh, well, she has this Instagram account, and wow, she has this YouTube channel. And he was like, you should have business cards. Like, you need to like pass stuff out so that people, if you meet them, can like be able to find you easily. I made business cards slash they were bookmarks. So they were very, very cute. But I decided I wanted to make new ones because I'm almost out of the old ones. And I also felt like I made them kind of rushed because I just wanted to get it done. And like, I think I have done a little bit more branding, I guess. I mean, that sounds really weird. That sounds like too serious for what I'm doing. But anyways, I ordered some new ones, and this is the first time I'm looking at them. So let's see what we got in here. They're so cute. So this is the front. It says, "Books are my love language." And this is a design that I made that is available in like my YouTube store. I don't really know what I'm doing. I just made it because I like designing stuff. And so I designed this, and you can get it on a shirt if you want. I mean, that's pretty much all I know. And then the back has my name and my handles and a QR code where you can just be directed to my like what is it called? Link in bio page, whatever, so that you can find me. I'm really happy with these. And last time I didn't get the rounded corners. I got just like regular corners, and I like these better. Oh, I like those a lot. I am so happy with that. That looks awesome. So yeah, that's one thing that I have like bookish mail. The other thing is a book that I ordered from Pengo, and I don't know exactly. I obviously know what the book is, but she wrote on the side of this, "Thank you for your patience, free book included," which is crazy because I didn't realize, I don't remember when I ordered this, so I actually have no clue how long it's been. Okay, so wait, she gave me like this little keychain bauble John. A little thank you. And then I guess she had these made, or he. Sasha. So it could be a he or a she or a they. Well, they sent me this book called Hearing Voices, Collected Drawings and Stories. That was very nice. I don't know if this is, you know, a book that I will read, but it was very nice gesture. And then the book that I ordered is the Last Lecture. And I heard about this in another book. I'm just gonna read the description because I feel like that's gonna be better. A lot of professors give talks titled The Last Lecture. Professors are asked to consider their demise and to ruminate on what matters most to them. And while they speak, audiences can't help but mull the same question. What wisdom would we impart to the world if we knew it was our last chance? If we had to vanish tomorrow, what would we want as our legacy? And so this man, Randy Pausch, he was a professor at Carnegie Mellon, and he got diagnosed with terminal cancer, and so he gave this lecture, but it was actually his like last lecture. And so he kind of talked about it being like overcoming obstacles, enabling the dreams of others, of seizing every moment. It was a summation of everything Randy had come to believe. It was about living. And so I guess it's in this, he, you know, kind of shares all of his wisdom of just kind of, you know, knowing that he was gonna die, and yet trying to, I mean, come at it in a not positive way, but like in a realistic, like pragmatic way. And I thought this would be super interesting and super, like, I don't know, therapeutic for me because my dad, when he was diagnosed with terminal cancer, you know, he was not that he wasn't sad. Of course he was sad, but like he was mainly sad for us because he was like, I'll be dead. My family is not religious. My dad was very much an atheist, and so, you know, it was definitely something where he was like, I'm sad for you guys because I won't be here and you will miss me. And we were like, yeah. But he also kept saying like, oh, I've done lots of stuff in my life. My life's been amazing, like all of this. And, you know, he wasn't afraid to talk about death and about his cancer and what that was going to mean for the future of my whole family. And so I just heard about this and I was like, this sounds like a book that my dad could have written, basically. So I am really looking forward to reading that. I think it will be just a really good experience for me. So yeah, I'm going to maybe film a video, but I feel like I either need to turn off the game or I need to just watch it because I just keep staring at the TV instead of at the camera, which is behind the camera. So if you see me looking over there, that's why. And I can't seem to stop. So, Oh, right. I needed to talk about the book. So I'm like 75% into Youth Juice. And it's just, I don't know. I guess it's sort of getting better, but the writing is driving me nuts. Basically more of the same that I talked about in my like last update, but it's just so like flowery and like I just want to smack this woman and say, "Hey, hey, hey. Not everything needs to be a metaphor. You can just say the words. You can just say what's actually happening. It does not need to be like just metaphor after metaphor and like I just yeah, it's driving me nuts. So I did actually get the audiobook from the library. So that's helping a little bit because I feel like I'm not as focused on, when you listen to an audiobook, at least for me, a lot of times it's like I'm listening to it and I'm getting like, the concepts and I'm understanding what's happening, but I pay less attention to like actual like individual words. And so I think that's helping me a little bit be less annoyed. So, at least on the actual like words and such. So, the book is it's good, I guess, but there's like not a lot happening. There's a weird like flashback chapters interspersed that just don't really see how they're related to what's happening in the present day. And this book, I mean, it's kind of predictable. I don't obviously know how it's going to end, but this woman, she has this like, she goes to work at this company, like I said, and she has a really bad habit of like picking her cuticles and like biting her nails. So, like, apparently it's like really, really, really bad that she ends up wearing like lace gloves all the time because she's so embarrassed about how her hands look. And so her boss at this beauty company gives her this cream that's called like youth juice, and it's like they're just testing out this product, like it's not available to the public, and it like completely heals her hands immediately. So she's like, what the heck is in this, like this is incredible. And so her boss doesn't like tell her right away, but she often makes these offhanded remarks about how the like interns are replaceable and like they're like a dime a dozen. And like, so it was pretty clear that something to do with the cream was to do with the interns that tend to go missing and disappear without a trace. And so, yeah, that part was like pretty um, predictable. It was easy to see. And I don't know if this is just because I've read a few books in the same sort of vein as this one. Like, beauty horror, I think, is starting to be like a little subgenre of itself. But I just don't think it's as well done as other ones like Natural Beauty by Ling Ling Huang. And I feel like there's more, but that's all the only one I can think of right now. oh, what by Mona Awad, Rouge. I didn't finish that book, but I feel like it's in the same vein, and just knowing how she writes, I think it's probably written better. So, yeah, our main character is like finding out basically what is going on, and she doesn't take as long to freak out as she should. It's like she has like a maybe three sentences where she's like, "What in the hell are you doing? This is crazy. Are you insane?" And then she just is like, "But my hands look nice now." And she like just accepts it. And it's like bizarre because I understand that like the boss character, she's supposed to be like very charismatic and just like magnetic to the people around her, but we're told that. We're not really shown that. So I had a hard time believing that that was going on. So I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm going to finish it. I have like an hour of the audiobook left, but I'm not having like the greatest time of my life. I also put something in the walls. I am still gonna read it, but I kind of like set it aside for a moment while I finish this book because it's not, I have the audiobook, and it's not the type of audiobook that I can really listen to while I'm doing other stuff. I need to just be like sitting and doing my little paint by numbers game, and that's it. So like today I was trying to like walk around the airport and get dressed and like do my hair and makeup, and like I was not listening. So yeah, that's gonna have to just be something that I do a little more focused. So we'll see when I get to that. And I think that's my only update right now, although it was like a 10-minute update. So I am going to watch the Eagles and check back after I have read some more, probably finished it. So I just finished listening to Youth Juice and I was like, you know what? Let's get ready, put some makeup on while I talk about it. So we're gonna try it. I've done this before and it hasn't gone well because I end up getting distracted, but we're gonna give it a go. So this had a much better ending than I think I was anticipating. And I really wish that I had just gone with the audiobook sooner because the enjoyment level increased a lot when I switched to the audiobook. Um, I had some issues with the main character. I really think she needed some more she needs to be fleshed out a little bit more because she did not have that much of a personality. And like I said in my last update, I still don't really understand the why we needed those flashback chapters because yeah, there were I guess some parallels between the two stories, but like honestly neither of them really I think did that were like a huge part of the story at all. So I just think that we could have done without them. And to be honest, they both kind of make her look bad, like a bad friend. Like I don't want to give out any spoilers, but like she in the past and in the present has a friend who is like a hardcore drug addict and she doesn't I'm not saying it's her place, like not her place, her responsibility to like get her friend clean, but she's like literally just sitting there while her friend is like overdosing. Like that just feels like maybe not like the greatest friend. Um and it's just like I'm like who are you? Why are you so passive? And we're supposed to she's not like one of those like I'm just a girl type characters. She's not like a passive character. She's supposed to be like this art director type woman that gets hired for this job and so I don't know. It just didn't she didn't make sense to me as a character. The end though, scary. Not even scary, just the end was creepy. I yeah, I enjoyed that. And like I said, I think that the thing that bothered me the most about this, if I had just switched to the audiobook a lot sooner, I think I would have enjoyed it more. So that's kind of a bummer. I just feel like I have to rate this a little bit lower than I would have otherwise. I still don't really know what I want to rate this though. Maybe. I mean, I guess I'm gonna go with like a 3 or like a 3.5. I really wish I had that knowledge of how much I would have liked this if I had listened to the audiobook. So we will never know unless I like take several years and then read it again. So there's not a lot to be done about that because I probably will never do that. So yeah, I guess at this point I'm going to switch back to the audiobook of Something in the Walls, and that's like my audiobook one. This is I'm using for my horror, and physically I'm going to start reading what is it called? The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon. I really hope that I can get all this done because I was just thinking that like my regular book club meets this weekend and I haven't started the book. And then I have to host another book club for what is it called? Atomic Habits on Saturday. And so like I kind of have a lot of like assigned reading for lack of a better term. So I'm going to maybe see how it goes. I might totally fail Winterween, but we're doing our best. So we'll see. So now I am doing my makeup and I'm going to film another video that you're going to see well before this one. So yeah, I will check back in when I kind of figure out what my game plan is. And yeah, my plans for the rest of the day are film this video, edit this video, hopefully get it posted today, and then I need to get ready for my trip tomorrow, and I feel like there's other stuff I need to do. I don't know. So hopefully just read the rest of the day.